Just had Buoy Bowl Sunday here in Raleigh. My husband saw it online, and knowing how much I love acai. I am Brazilian, and acai is what we eat all the time there. So thankful we found you guys. I tried acai from all the other places, but none of them is as amazing as Buoy Bowls. Thank you. Happy Tuesday. It is like almost 2 o'clock on lunch break from VoiceCon, and did not get to record this morning because that VI had that VI. Josh couldn't go, and it was an early start, and I had to be there early, so I was out of the hotel without recording, and so got there. A lot bigger event than I had really anticipated, but I was basing that off of the dinner last night. You know, there was maybe 30-40 people last night at the dinner, and there were hundreds of people. Just a massive reception when you walk in. There's food all over the place and booths set up, and I mean, it's a legit conference. I just kind of didn't expect it to be that big. Gary kicked it off, kind of go a state of the union of where voice is going, and it's, you know, he always stresses the underpriced attention, and that this is the time to get that cheap real estate. And it's super, like, you know, I own a couple food trucks, and there's a lot of, and he said that a lot of people would nerd out on, I mean, you had Google there, Amazon, Pandora, like the big players, and it's a lot of it's just, you know, in full transparency over my head. But I learned, you know, a good amount. A lot of it has nothing to do with me. I don't believe at this time, but most of us are using voice for music, you know, but there's an arena, if you will, to, like, we're gonna be in the shower and run out of toothpaste and say, Alexa, order toothpaste, and boom, it's gonna order it. I mean, you can do that now, but if I can create a skill to where, and I don't know what this skill is yet, and that's what maybe later on we'll figure out, is how it could cut down the time for our end user, our customer, to order Buoy Bowls by, hey, Alexa, order me this or whatever. So I don't know how that looks, but that's where this is going. That's why I'm here, to try to figure out how Buoy Bowls can play in that arena. And so we're gonna get some lunch. A massive storm's coming in this way, like thunderstorms. All of New York's covered in green on the radar, so we're gonna get rain here shortly, but we're gonna head out, grab a bite to eat, and then we'll circle back a little bit later. It's so now it's like 6:05. The VoiceCon's over, and there's a reception that's about to kick off, but we came back because we're actually going to go to VaynerMedia for a 4Ds alumni reunion. 4Ds was the first conference class that I took with VaynerMedia. It was like an 11-hour deep dive into how VaynerMedia works and how that can play out for any business. And I did that in October or September of last year, and I mean, just insane amount of knowledge, and it definitely helped. A lot of that stuff I'm implementing today into our business. So we're going to go, that's from 7 to 8:30, so that's what we're going to do. As I said earlier, a super techie event, way more so than I had anticipated, and I'm still kind of thinking some takeaways that I had from it, but it's underpriced attention right now, and it's where everything is shifting, and it's not now, it's down the road, but you got to play now to have a big impact down the road. And so that's what everybody is trying to do, is to figure that out, and it's happening super quick. And so I don't know that a podcast is the route for me, because I'd be like interviewing other food trucks to kind of I don't know, I don't have time for a podcast right now. I just don't, with what our plans are to expand, but a skill to help break down the wait time, how we can make that work is where my interest was. So still really kind of thinking on some major takeaways, but we'll do a wrap up at the end of tonight. But right now we got to find a cab and get to 10 Hudson Yards for the 40s alumni event. So we out, yeah. So we're trying to find our Uber or a taxi to VaynerMedia. Got a few minutes before we head up to VaynerMedia. I'm gonna grab a beer. Yes.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
How are we living?
Good, man.
Yeah. I had a great chat today with like, I guess he's kind of like a childhood hero to me. Have you ever heard of Surf Taco? So it's a Jersey chain.
Okay.
And they've got 14 or 17 locations. But I grew up as a kid going there, and very similar model to what you guys are doing, right? In terms of just probably a culture fit, like really similar.
Yeah.
But they're at, I mean, they've been doing it now for like 15 years, I feel like. But like I grew up going there, but I mean, you should check them out. They're specifically in Jersey.
Surf Taco?
Surf Taco. From like a cultural standpoint, and like just like the ethos of the brand, what they're doing, and how they scale. All privately held. Really strong brand. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Right.
Or is it like we're gonna keep a very close pulse on every single consumer experience in every single location?
And that's what I want to do, and I feel like with the franchise, it can get so far away from that. So far away from that. Yeah. And so Cousin's Maine Lobster, you know, like they went on Shark Tank. Yeah. And so they've got one in Raleigh, and that's who They got looked over on Shark Tank though?
No, they got it.
Did they?
Yeah, Barbara got a deal.
I remember now.
Yeah, so they got a truck in Raleigh also,
Okay.
and so we beat them for best food truck in Raleigh last year, and they just came out with a book, and I read that, and I'm like, fuck, man, like this is what we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like like their story, and I'm like, that's where I was really like, let's hop on a call to see about franchising, but then I'm like, I don't want to lose that fucking experience.
Yeah. How long were they around before they decided to go that route? Have you guys met Ian, by the way?
No. Derek Charlie.
Nice to meet you.
So they were in LA, and I guess Shark Tank was pretty new, but Shark Tank reached out to them because they had been hitting Twitter pretty hard.
The lobster guys.
Yeah, for their launch.
Got it.
And then I think 2 months when they went on Shark Tank.
It's a growth strategy, right? Like it's a real growth strategy. It could be a part of your growth plan to go on Shark Tank. You just need to be well timed for it.
Sure.
You just need to be like, people spend like months to prepare just for that.
Right.
Right? Just like get all their ducks in a row just for that specific meeting.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's national distribution, primetime show, plus reoccurring episodes that happen.
Right.
Right. And then I'm even getting served up Shark Tank clips from startups that have gone on Shark Tank and failed.
Because people call them, they're hooking up with them, and they still get investment. They just get it from outside people.
But the companies themselves running the clips from Shark Tank as ads on Instagram, because it's a level of credibility or legitimacy.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we were on Shark Tank. Yeah.
But I'm like, I didn't go on Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
And
that's
I'm like,
it's interesting.
but
right? It's a growth plan.
big, yeah, no, 100%. And there's another truck that they're phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's a faux truck or
Yeah.
whatever, and they went on the Great American Food Truck Race like the 6th season,
Yeah.
and they won that.
I think that's a cooler play
For sure.
because it's like real brand storytelling
Yeah.
as opposed to a meeting with sharks where they just go deep on numbers and decide whether or not on the floor they're gonna.
Yeah, so had an interesting point, you know, like
Why not? Are you doing it? I mean, you got this going on now. How long has this been going on for?
a month?
Yeah.
We started like a month ago.
Yeah. And what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting feedback. You
Yeah.
know, we're not like a shit ton of views, but
Yeah.
you know, and that's like I'm posting them. I'm not like running ads against them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should.
Is the focus your story or is the focus the brand story? Or are those coinciding?
It's kind of, yeah, both. It's the truck.
Got to, like just think of any reality television show, right? Pawn Stars, it's all about the characters within the segment because if people have a horse in the race, they'll show up to watch the race, right? If they can identify with characters that are in the story, then they'll show up every time to watch the story. So as long as you can build those characters, and like D-Rock is a character
100%.
in Gary's story. Right? So building those characters, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm showing it all.
Yeah.
Like the fuck ups I do, like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
all of it. Like,
Yeah.
we ran out of gas. Like, I forgot to put gas in
Which is great.
fucking generator on, like, one of our busiest days of, like, having to, like,
Bring people in.
Yeah.
embarrass the shit, lean out and be like, luckily there was a gas station right
Yeah.
across the street. And I'm like, 5 minutes, we'll be right back.
Yep.
But there was a huge line. But showing that, like, that's
Totally.
not, like, whatever happens, we're putting it on there. So,
You have to because in your microcosm of a world, right? That in the moment is like you think is like crippling potentially for the business,
Oh,
right? To
yeah,
show the fact that you
100%.
guys are just not a fine oiled machine, right?
yep.
But from the outside looking in, from like a national perspective, people think that's entertaining and cool.
Yeah, because if you hit perfect every time, then you know it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
But in your, you know, you just gotta like remind yourself, like, not just my circle of people are gonna watch this someday,
right.
right? Like on the other side of that camera is, you know, the potential to be tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that are gonna care and want to see episode 2.
You think so I did run ads against one of them.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see, and it hit
Yeah.
like 7,000-8,000.
Yeah.
And I did it for like a day, $10
Yeah.
for that day, and it hit like just organically posting them. We're getting
Run against your community or run against interest-based targeting?
So
or-
YouTube's super new to me. Like
Cool.
I like legit
Yeah.
fucking new to me. Like
Yeah.
trying to figure it out, and there was like the option to run like $10 a day
Yeah,
ad.
on a YouTube
On
ad.
YouTube ad, right,
Yeah.
not running a Facebook ad.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and kind of like 7,000-8,000
Yeah.
views on it. When I'm just posting them, we're getting sometimes 500.
Yeah.
You know, but on average 100 plus.
I mean, you know, like with all that stuff, right? It's just like, what's going to be the KPI for success, right?
Derek Sharp, North Carolina, a acai bowl, Thai bowl smoothie food truck business. 2 trucks, one's operational, second one just got permitted, so we're staffing that, but I've had insane growth, kind of visiting the franchise idea. Not sure if we're gonna go that route, keep it private, probably 5 to 10 people a month asking if we are franchised, or if we would. So we're trying to grow that. Came to 4Ds last October. Came to 4Ds last October, and it was it was a game changer for sure. You know, figuring out the social media part. Obviously started a daily vlog now like a month ago. And just trying to figure it out. Like I left the corporate world because I was over that shit. Just could not deal with like dressing up in the monkey suit. But also like I came like last night, I pulled Gary to the side after the dinner because I didn't want to ask this question at the table, and this is like, I guess this is kind of a good way to get it out. Was like I've always been entrepreneur minded, like with the blue raspberry blow pops in elementary school, but when you get to high school, kids want something other than blue raspberry blow pops, right? And that was the route that I chose for a long time. And in 2005, found myself in a federal prison because of that, and had kids, and you know that like completely changed my life, you know, and like wife was like, I'm gonna quit that shit. And so like I've got this massive chip on my shoulder to prove to people that I'm not that person, you know, that I was. And I was always a good dude doing that, and I think that got lost, you know, with a lot of people. But I just have like this, fuck y'all, I'm gonna prove this isn't by accident. Like 18 hours a day, hard work, bettering myself and my family is why we're at where we're at. And it's just
I'm so glad you're doing the vlog, because my first thing would have been like, you gotta do a vlog.
yeah, so
Just tell that story, man.
yeah, I started that a month ago, and Gary was like 100% tell that story, and that's what I asked him last night, like, do I tell that? And he was like,
Everything. And
"100%."
then you help kids, like you help kids that really need that, regardless, take business aside.
Yeah.
Like, that's just an important message to tell people.
Yeah. So
So I'm almost crying, so you have to say, you have to share. You
yeah,
have to
so it's been a while. I mean, in 18 months is one. 18 months ago is when I opened the trucks, and it's we've got Cousins Maine Lobster, which is they went on Shark Tanks. Got a deal with Barbara, and they're in Raleigh, and we beat them for best food truck in Raleigh
Needs to go on the page.
last year,
Yeah.
and another truck which went on the Great American Race, and like I didn't do any of that shit. I just did a lot of research and worked my ass off, and we've got a cult following. Like it's insane, you know, but it's not by accident. You know, like I put customer service first, and then the product, and then you mesh those together, and just a willingness not to fucking lose. That's awesome.
What's been the biggest platform for you? Instagram?
100%.
Yeah.
Is that right? Food truck Instagram?
What's your handle?
Buoy Bowls. BUOYBOWLS. Yeah, right hook. Everybody go.
See, good question.
BUOYBOWLS. Buoy Bowls.
And these are the bracelets, the acai seeds.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
We
got some-
So this is interesting. You're selling bracelets now.
So yeah, we on the truck we do. They're made so the local women in Belém, Brazil. So the acai berry is 90% seed, 10% flesh. They blast that off. The women take those seeds. They also use them to put in the furnace to power the buildings where they blast off the.
I'm making sure everyone.
But then they take the seeds and then they'll string them up, and then my distributor buys a bunch, sends them to me, and then I sell them on the truck as well. But I've got a couple in the bag if anybody else wants.
I love it.
So,
To 9:45, so this was supposed to end about 8:30. It was 8:30, but it was a 4D alumni group, and it was a spur of the moment meetup back here at VaynerMedia, which is where Gary V's office is, 10 Hudson Yards, and it was, I don't know, it was probably 15 of us. but kind of got to catch up on what everybody has been up to since we left our group, and everybody that was here was not in the same 4D group, so everybody got to kind of say what they've been doing and kind of share a lot of information. And here we are at 9:45. You know, we ran well over the time that we were going to be here, but super informative, super good to catch up with all the different people. There's only one person in my class, and that was Sel. But to hear what everybody else has been up to and kind of how we can help, how the Facebook group is linking everybody together and kind of a platform to extend your current network. So, and for the first time kind of shared my background story that hasn't been shared yet, and that Gary Vee kind of told me to put that out there. So great meetup, super stoked we did it. It's almost 10, exhausted, it's been a long day. We're gonna get out of here, go eat, but we're gonna head back over there. Josh even got to spend a little time with D-Rock, kind of get some knowledge on kind of what to do to keep this thing going. So it's a good day, man. A lot of information, well worth it, you know. Like in full transparency, this meetup here was, for me, more, I gained more from this than I did from VoiceCon, because VoiceCon was so techy for me, and that's what I said while we were in the conference room. But great day, so looking forward to getting some food and getting out of here. So let's do it. Just got back to the hotel. It's like 10. Just got a cab ride back, hopped on the phone with the wifey and the kids, or my son thought was already in bed, but got to get an update from them. And now we're exhausted, but it's 10 o'clock and we haven't even eaten dinner. So we're gonna go grub and hopefully get up in the morning and hop on a helicopter and do like a city tour. But man, that alumni meetup was amazing. Like, I'm super thankful that Sel, one, told me about it, and that Nick, you know, allowed me to come in and bring Josh. I was not in the Facebook alumni group and had to get added to that. In there now, but at this point, you'll probably have already seen, you know, like the conversations that were going on and what everybody's up to, and looking forward to moving forward from here with kind of telling this whole real story and the driving force behind Buoy Bowls for me. But right now, we're gonna go eat, so we will see y'all tomorrow.